Hola, algebra students. Hello, everybody. I am so sorry I couldn't be there today. As you can tell, my voice is running on empty. No puedo hablar ni respirar muy bien. So voy a quedarme en casa descansando y tratar de recuperarme. I'm going to try to stay home and recover. But wishing you all well, and I will see you soon. Okay? Okay, so today we're going to learn how to apply some of the solving strategies that we've been using the last couple days and weeks, pretty much. Okay, so hoy les voy a enseñar cómo aplicar, cómo se aplican las estrategias de resolver ecuaciones cuadradas con problemas de la vida real. Okay, so we actually started doing this before, like we've done this before, just you'll notice that the questions look a little different. So este tópico de ecuaciones de la vida real ya lo hemos estudiado anteriormente, pero ahora van a ver que las preguntas son un poquitito diferentes. So take a minute to read the problem given to you. Okay, lean el problema que les he dado. Póngale pausa ahorita al video. Pause the video right now. Give yourself plenty of time to read the problem and circle things that you think are important or underline important things, and then push play when you're ready. So circulen o subrayen cosas que piensan que son importantes y luego pónganle pausa ahorita al video y pueden empezar el video de nuevo ya que estén listos. Okay, so one of the things that you definitely should have circled is the equation, la ecuación. Okay, otras cositas que son importantes, me han dicho que el objeto se tiró de una altura de empiezo de 30 pies, so the starting height from when they threw the object upwards was 30. And it's really important also to know that t is time, right? And h is the height. So h es altura y t representa el tiempo. So como les digo, like I've said, we've studied this before. Ya hemos visto este tipo de problemas. So if you remember, we're only dealing with quadrant 1. Oopsies. Nada más vamos a ver las opciones en cuadrante 1, okay, donde tiempo en seconds. No sé si se acuerdan que les pedí que pusieran los nombres, to put the names and labels of the axes. Tiempo no puede ser negativo, por eso nada más estamos usando cuadrante 1. Altura del objeto, the object's height is also positive, so that's why we're in quadrant 1. So this is the height. And notice that they're measuring it in feet. Okay, so the object started at a height of about 30 feet. Okay, they told us that. It got thrown upwards, but what goes up must come down. Okay, so el objeto lo tiraron en el aire de una altura de 30 pies, pero como lo tiraron hacia arriba, aumentó en altura y finalmente va a tocar el piso a un punto. Okay, so in the first half of the chapter, I taught you how to find the 2 points on the left, okay? So este se llama maximum, aka vertex. So el punto más alto, que la altura más alta que llega a alcanzar el objeto es el vertex, el máximo, okay? So the highest height, the maximum height is the vertex. But for the first time, we're going to find out how long it took to get to the ground. So este punto es cuando el objeto toca el piso, hits the ground. Okay, y antes no sabíamos cómo contestar esa pregunta. We didn't know how to like figure that out. So that's new. Okay, but let's do a quick review of some of the stuff we did the first half of the chapter. So antes de que les enseñe cómo vamos a encontrar cuánto tiempo se duró en tocar el piso, vamos a repasar otras cositas que hicimos anteriormente. So it says, how far above the ground will the object be after 1.5 seconds? Oopsies, this should say seconds. Segundos plural. Okay, so how far above the ground will the object be after 1.5 seconds? So remember, nada más tenemos dos variables. We only have two variables, right? Salud. Altura, height, y tiempo, time. We don't know the height. No sabemos, es lo que me están preguntando. They're asking me, what is the height after 1.5 seconds? So you're going to take your equation. Hopefully some of you remember this. And you're going to substitute the t, okay? The t for, I'm going to try to color code with what I circled above. So t is time. So I'm going to replace all the t's with 1.5. Okay, so h equals, my husband is watching a basketball game and he's like really sad because the Bulls are losing. I think, well, it sounds like they are. So don't mind him. He gets intense about his sports. Who doesn't? Okay, so at this point, en este punto, lo metes todo de un jalón. You put it all in your calculator. So pause the video, take a minute, put this in your calculator. I'm doing that right now myself. Don't forget that the 1.5 is squared, the one that's next to the negative 16. So I know that when we did this, some of you forgot the squared. Okay, so pause the video and put that in your calculator. Push play when you have your answer. So pónganle pausa al video ahorita, metan eso en su calculadora y pueden comenzar el video ya que tengan su respuesta. Ok, so la respuesta no es 9. So, la respuesta es 9 pies. Okay, so don't forget your units, unidades. Okay. Okay. Ahora, acuérdense que dijimos, remember that we said that the maximum height is the vertex. So look at the graph, right? The maximum height is the vertex. So how do you find the vertex for standard form? It's been a while, right? But hopefully you didn't forget. ¿Cómo se encuentra el punto más alto, que es el vertex, de una ecuación en standard form? Well, it's a two-step process, in case you forgot. For the x value, which is time, you're going to take opposite of b and divide it by 2 times a. So, esta es la a, esta es la b, this is a, b, and c. So take the opposite of b, so opposite of negative 10, divided by 2 times negative 16. Okay, so you're going to want negative 10 divided by negative 32. Okay, so you're going to get a decimal, les va a salir un decimal, but we're going to round it. So I'm going to say approximately 0.31 seconds because the x-axis, so think back to your graph, la x representa tiempo, okay? Do you remember how to find the y value? ¿Te acuerdas cómo encontrar el valor de y? Su pareja, its partner, we said. You have to substitute your x value into your equation. Just remember that x is technically t here. So we found out that it was 0.31 seconds. So you're going to put 0.31 in for t. Okay? Okay, go ahead and pause the video. Ponle pausa al video para que puedas meter esto en tu calculadora y yo voy a hacer lo mismo. Okay, and you're going to get 31.56 feet. Okay, so ellos me preguntaron qué alto va a llegar el objeto, like what's the highest máxima altura, like maximum height. The answer is 3156 feet. So the maximum height is the 3156. How long it took to get there is the 0.31 seconds. So this is all review. Okay, guys, todo esto lo que hemos hecho ya lo hicimos anteriormente. So what's new about this lesson? The question about when will the object hit the ground, okay? So look back at your graph. So la diferencia es que ahora nos van a pedir cuando toca el piso, which is this right here, cuando toca el piso, okay? Ese punto es un x-intercept, okay? Los x-intercepts, the x-intercepts are the solutions to the quadratic. So here's what I want you to notice, right? There are two variables, h and t. It doesn't look like they gave us any numbers. No se ve que me dieron ningún like número, right? En esta frase o esta pregunta, but they did. Porque si h es la altura del piso y te están pidiendo cuánto tiempo va a tardarse en tocar el piso, right? Ve la pregunta, look at the question. How long? We don't know. We don't know the time. All we know that it's on the ground. So si ya está en el piso, ya no está arriba del piso, right? Once the object falls to the ground, it is no longer above the ground at any height except for 0. So es muy importante, quiero que sepan que cuando está en el piso, right, it's an x-intercept donde el valor de y es 0, okay? We have talked about this. We've called them x-intercepts que tienen que ver con las solutions, okay? So essentially, when something's on the ground, it is 0 feet above the ground. So you're going to take your equation, cuando algo está en el piso, está a la altura de 0 pies arriba del piso, ¿ok? Porque no está flotando arriba del piso, está en el piso. Ok, so la altura es 0. Tu objetivo, your job, if the height is 0, is to find t. Well, guess what? This is what we've been working on the last couple weeks. So this is a trinomial, which you can try to factor, or if you want, you can use the quadratic formula. So este es un trinomial que puedes tratar de factorizar o usar la fórmula cuadrada. So sometimes you've got options, right? A veces tienen opciones. Pueden usar fórmula cuadrada o pueden factorizar. So I'm going to try factoring first just because sometimes for me that's easier. So yo siempre trato de factorizar. So viendo todos estos, veo que todos son pares. I see that all of them are even. And the leader is negative. So I'm going to go ahead and divide by -2 and see if I can factor this. So remember, when you take out a GCF, you don't mafia take it out. Cuando sacas el GCF no desaparece, todavía está allí. Okay, so now I can try to see if there are numbers that multiply to, ver si hay números que multiplican a negativo 120 y suman a negativo 5. See if there are numbers that add to -5. So if you could please pause the video right now. Pónganle pausa al video y traten de encontrar si hay una pareja de números que van a multiplicar a negativo 120, a pair of numbers that multiply to -20 y suman a negativo 5. ¡Salud! Okay. Desafortunadamente, unfortunately, this is not possible. So this means we have to use the quadratic formula. So here's A, B, and C. Okay. So para la fórmula, we usually start with x equals the opposite of b, but we don't have an x. So t equals the opposite of b. So el opuesto de negativo 5 es positivo 5 plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. So, acuérdense que es x igual al opuesto de b más o menos raíz de b cuadrada menos 4ac, todo entre 2 por a. Ok, so vamos a meter esto primero y este también sin la raíz. Okay, you're going to put that in your calculator without the root. Remember, guys, you can pause the video at any point, right, to catch up and to take your time so that you're practicing putting this in your calculator. So no nada más deben de estar copiando lo que estoy haciendo. Deben de estar haciéndolo en su calculadora. Like, you really need to be doing this along with me. Okay, so then you're going to split this up into 5 plus square root of 505 divided by 16 and 5 minus square root of 505 divided by 16. Okay? So everybody should be putting this in their calculator, right? 5 plus square root of 505 all divided by 16. And then 5 minus square root of 505 divided by 16. So I got two answers, 171 seconds and negative 1.09 seconds. Pero tiempo no puede ser negativo, right? Time can't be negative. So this is called an extraneous solution. Esta respuesta se llama como like una respuesta extra. Mathematically, hay dos respuestas, pero con sentido común, tiempo no puede ser negativo. So esta es la única respuesta, no esta. So let me show you why you get two answers. This was our picture, right? If I keep drawing the parabola over here, there's the other solution, right? Pero acuérdense, this was time, and time can only be positive, right? Time should only be positive. So it should only start from here and on. Time can't be negative. So mathematically, de acuerdo a las matemáticas, hay dos respuestas, pero en la vida real, tiempo no puede ser negativo. All right, guys, go ahead and start your homework. We have a test coming up, so make sure you keep up with your homework and do it every day and come in for help during math resource or lunch if you need it, okay? So acuérdense que ya mero vamos a tomar nuestro examen. Si necesitan ayuda, piden ayuda durante lunch o en ATR, okay? I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day. Cuídense. Bye.